Join discord.gg/flatearth and enter a check-in room. Someone will come along and verify you to get involved in the conversation about our Earth.
Something and it travels in a certain direction, and then it comes back, and then you see it again. Boom! It travels another direction, and every season that it travels a little bit more south. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it travels more south, more south. That's what creates seasons, and then it moves back up. It's called the precession of the precession of the equinox is something else. That's Polaris. Never mind. What's it called? It's the precession between Capricorn and
Cancer.
Yeah, Cancer, Capricorn. No, Cancer is below the equator, and Cancer is above the equator. I mean, Capricorn is above the equator. And so the sun moves that way, and that's why you get the analemum, which, like, if you take a picture of the sun at a certain time in the sky. Why are you asking these questions exactly? These are doesn't matter if you think Earth is flat or globe. I mean, these are everything that we can observe here from Earth. Exactly the same. You can presume something about the Earth if you want to. Like the analemma and the precession of the equinox. All of that is observed from the Earth. It doesn't change. It doesn't really prove anything about the shape of Earth. It just proves that humans on Earth can observe the exact same thing across Earth.
So the sun has nothing to do with the flat Earth?
Well, Ollie, are you saying, and I think someone else chimed in too, that you could get into a plane, follow the path or trajectory, whatever, of the sun, and it will never set? That's what you're saying? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not true. If it is true, has anyone ever tried to do that?
There's videos on YouTube of people chasing the sun, on planes, on flights.
Yeah, well, they never caught up with that sumbitch, did they?
Yes, they have. It just depends on your latitude.
All the way, right? Especially across the Pacific. They're never going to be able to do that shit.
Well, take my word for it. It can be done. It has been done.
All right, so they can travel. So they can all right. So they can travel faster than the sun moves to, we have 24 hours. Just like it's 3:00 here. I could actually. Well, I mean that happens all the time. Sure. Yeah. I mean you go from New York to L.A. I lost a few hours, bro. Fucking, it's like, that's what's called jet lag, right?
We're talking about moving faster than the ground position of the sun, which can happen, I think. Let me check the latitude 1 second. Planes travel at 500 miles per hour. So anything north of 60 degrees latitude, you can chase the sun.
You can chase the sun. And what type of airplane are you talking?
Anything that goes 500 miles an hour.
So when you leave, which airport?
As long as
Seattle, maybe Seattle. Degrees. Or are you talking about like Seattle?
If you go from Vancouver to maybe Moscow or something like that.
Yeah, Seattle's pretty close to fucking Vancouver.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck? Yeah, tell me, you fucking Australian bitch.
I'm aware that Seattle's very close to Vancouver. I just went a little bit further north.
Yeah, we got Australians telling us how to fucking do this.
Yeah, if you get above 60 degrees latitude, then you'll go faster than the sun.
the shit work in Australia? Tell me about it.
Well, you do go further south than 60 degrees south on the
Works the same
San Diego.
way. Works the same way because the Earth is a globe, right?
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui, monsieur. So where would they do this from, Australia or New Zealand?
Oh,
They're
San
gonna
Diego
leave
to Sydney.
Santiago to Sydney. That's like a 1 hour flight, maybe. The fuck are you talking
Santiago
about?
to Sydney. Santiago,
San-
Chile to Sydney.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I was thinking of something in New Zealand. What's that fucking city in New Zealand? Christchurch or what's the other one? You know who doesn't have a nobody? You know who can't book a direct flight from Santiago
Say it again.
to Sydney?
Say it again.
You know who can't book a direct airplane
I
flight
don't know.
from Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia?
Someone that is maybe a boomer that doesn't know how the internet works. Is that who?
Doesn't hurt my feelings. You first. You first, motherfucker.
I've got a friend.
How much does it cost? How much fucking money does it cost to book a direct flight from Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia? How much does it cost?
$2,000, something like that.
Bullshit, it costs more than that. But you know what? I want you to take a video of it actually happening.
I've got a mate that's cabin crew on that flight. He does it all the time.
All the time.
Yes.
Send me a link. Send me a link.
To what?
Where it happens all the time. All the time means
friend.
like almost every day. Like we have like people going across the South Pacific, bypassing all the the normal paths. It's like I would rather have instead of going to South Africa up along the coast, and because I'm gonna have to have multiple transfers if I'm going from to Sydney from Santiago. It's going to cost me a shitload of money for a direct flight. No. Because you can actually get there if you travel from Santiago to South Africa, up along the coast, to India. Then you can travel to fucking Indonesia, and then you go down to Australia. After all those flights, so that would actually be cheaper. So one flight's gonna fucking cost one direct flight from Santiago to Sydney across the South Pacific, which is fucking extremely dangerous. By the way, show me one. Show me one. Show me one. You're so confident that it actually happens.
I have a friend who is cabin crew on that flight quite regularly. He sends me pictures from Santiago. He went up to the it's a mountain just north of Santiago.
I can find pictures of Santiago on fucking Google right now.
Right. I'm
show me pictures of. Show me.
What,
did he send you
him
pictures?
In Santiago?
Did he send you pictures while he was traveling along the South Pacific in that one single travel flight? Did he send you pictures from that single travel flight in the mid-flight? You know why he wouldn't be able to send that is because there's no supposed satellite feeds or anything, because nobody can exist out there a fucking thing. There's no fucking such thing as airplanes traveling across the South Pacific that way. You're lying to yourself. Nobody does that. Nobody goes from Santiago directly to fucking Sydney. You're out of your fucking mind.
It can't exist, right?
Even if you...
The Earth's flat. It can't possibly exist.
No. Even if their stupid idea of the globe, nobody does that anyway. You can pretend the Earth is a globe. Nobody does it. So pretend that the Earth is a globe and show me where it happens on the globe. Show me.
You can Google it. You can do it. You can Google the prices as well. It's $2,300.
No, I want you. You said you have a friend that does it.
Yes.
Show me. Show me.
What?
Show me. Like you said, you have him has pictures of Santiago. I can fucking Google that shit. Actually, I've seen pictures of Santiago. Boo, it's fucking beautiful. Yeah, I love Santiago. So so on this flight, instead of a layover in Africa, they're bypassing South Africa and going from Santiago all the way across. What?
They're not going anywhere near Africa.
Okay, so they're going all the way across the South Pacific to Sydney?
Yep.
Why would they land in Sydney, which that's not even the closest place? And I guess it might as well be a couple more hours. I mean, it could be in Perth, which is on the western side. But I mean, fuck it, So they're going all across the South Pacific in this airplane flight. It just seems ridiculous to me. Nobody ever does. You know who does that? Nobody.
Okay. Do you know why nobody does it and why it seems ridiculous to you?
Because it's impossible.
Right. Because the Earth's flat, right? Because it cannot contradict you.
No, it's not because the Earth is flat. It's because nobody ever does it. Traveling across the South Pacific that way is much too dangerous, and nobody should or would ever do that if they were in their right mind. So, whatever friend you have claims to have done it, they're lying to you.
Or there's another possibility.
All right, tell me the other possibility.
That the Earth's a globe. That's the other possibility.
No, Roohif, this is possibility.
Even if it's a globe, I'm telling you, it's impossible. Even if it was a fucking globe, they don't do it.
Wait, Helio. Even if that flight exists, why should the surface of the water curve down when that flight exists?
Because if you look at the route that it takes...
No, I'm not looking there. I'm looking in the water.
Right. If you look at the route that it takes, it matches a globe.
I'm not looking in there.
I understand, Sasha.
Yeah, that's great. But let's look in the real water, what are flying over that water. Because if you're flying over that water, you need to look over that water, not what should be the distance or whatever.
Right. It's the ground track. The path that it takes means the Earth is a globe.
Yeah, that means, listen this, you take a flight, that means this, you take a flight, you take a flight in Chile, you go to Australia, you take a flight with aeroplane, and when you arrived in Australia, you say, the Earth is a globe, because I arrived in Australia.
Because of the route the plane took.
Yeah, because you took the flight, Now, the water down, it's curving.
Do you understand my argument?
Do you understand my point? Because now you get the conclusion. You get the math and everything. You had the flight, you got there, and you get the conclusion. The Earth is a sphere. Now, because of that, water is curving, man. Because you're flying over the ocean, and now it must curve.
Yes, because why?
Because of this flight. Because you have that flight now.
Yes.
Let's check the water. let's leave the flight away. You know,
because of the route.
No.
This
Wait,
Jesus.
let's
All right,
check
okay.
the water.
That'll
Now
do.
you go to now you go to Chile, go to the beach on the Chile, and the first and you go in that direction of the aeroplane. You know, and you check the horizon in that direction where aeroplane will go. You know, the same one, but on the ground. Not you are not anymore. Leave the aeroplane away because you with aeroplane you prove that it's fear. Now, if it's fear, now that also reality will, how to say, show you not only the aeroplane. And then you will get two results. You have aeroplane showing you that it is a sphere, and you have reality showing you that it is a sphere. And then you have a conclusion, Earth is a sphere. But if reality doesn't show you that it's a sphere, you have a problem there because that doesn't matter what did you wherever you fly. You know, you can fly wherever you want. You know, but the ground, the surface should curve. You know. We need to check also that part. When we check that part, and if it's also that part matching, then we can make a conclusion. Yes, of course, Earth is a sphere, and nobody can deny that. Is that matching? Does that matching?
So can I get out my point now?
No, I'm asking. Does that matching in reality? That
Right,
flight and surface, flying over the curved surface and measuring the curved surface.
Okay. Before we can move on, does the flight path match a globe?
Okay, let's say yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now your point.
Okay.
Measuring.
Now let's check reality.
Yep.
Okay. That means now we are on the beach in the Chile, and now on the 10 miles it should be 66 foot of drop everywhere in every direction.
Right.
We check that there is no such a thing. Conclusion: we see 10 miles straight and flat. Because why? Because it is like that. Because it's its level and it's called sea level. And conclusion is this: reality doesn't curve and water doesn't curve. Whatever that flight it's showing.
So you're talking about Black Swan, right? 10 miles.
No, I'm talking about every beach in every country on every point, whatever you want.
Okay, so I can show you something where there's a lot of a boat hidden behind the horizon, and then what?
I can show you all coast of the Croatia. What I check it with my eyes, and you will see that you can see all islands from the beach.
Okay. Bring one of those observations. Show me one.
Oh, one. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not proof for you or for the world. That's my proof.
Do you have an observation to show or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a second.
Croatia.
In near Istria.
Do you know that Marco guy?
I don't know.
It was a guy that did. Where was he? I think he was down near Dubrovnik somewhere, looking like northwest. Yeah, looking at how do you say Miet Island? And he got it very, very wrong.
Sorry, I need to go to my Facebook. I cannot find now. Okay, it's here. And this is from the time when I was not. This is not my flat Earth observation. This is photo what I made before knowing anything about the shape of the Earth. This is me in holiday in Croatia. Okay.
So where was it taken?
That's called Cres. It's an island. It's an island in Croatia, in north part of Croatian Sea.
Can you put the name in the chat?
Yeah.
CRES. Yep. Cool. Well, I just want put latitude longitude in it in the chat so we can analyze it.
I can even find the beach.
Yeah, please do.
I don't know. I can even if I look. I never look at more deep into that. Which island is that? Because this is another island. That one, what you see across.
So you're claiming there's no curvature here, right?
I can see almost the shore. This is like a photo made like a very. I didn't even want to reach the shore. This is like I made a photo. Do you understand me?
Yeah. But have you analyzed
this was not
it?
The point. This was not the point. This is 2010, man. This is not point to prove anything. This is my photo.
Okay, so not to prove anything. So why are we analyzing it?
Do you see that island there?
Yes.
That island is not on 1.22 miles because that camera it's on 1 foot, even maybe less.
That's not less than 1 foot.
Yeah, that it is because it's on the stone. I put the camera on the stone.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you maybe 5 feet. Okay, doesn't really matter. Let's do 1 foot, whatever.
That doesn't matter. I have I can tell you that it's the. You can think that it's the up, but it is not. It is like almost like a sea level. But okay.
Okay, but do we want to analyze this photo, or do we not want to?
No. Doesn't matter. I don't need to analyze anything. This is for me, This is like there is an island, I think 10 miles away, but doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's for you. Like for example, you can analyze, you can do it. You can say, okay, I see refraction there. There is a globe mat and it's working. Doesn't matter because that 10 miles it's flat or 9 miles. So it doesn't matter, But it's not 1.2. Even that doesn't matter. This is physical water. It's real. I can see that water, but doesn't matter. That still doesn't convince me that you can say. And I will say, okay, that's great.
I need to know where it was taken from for me to analyze it, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but Sasha told you beforehand, before you insisted on seeing the photo, that it was for him, not for you.
Okay. Does he have an observation that he thinks is good flat Earth evidence that he wants to bring?
That's good for him. He said that it was for him, not for you.
Okay. So he doesn't want to back it up. That's okay.
Yeah.
Does he
doesn't have to prove it to you. It was proven to him.
That's okay, Flatsy. That's okay. He doesn't have to. Does he want to? Sasha, do you want to?
With that photo, no. I can tell you only one thing. If you want to prove for yourself, you can do it for yourself, and you can realize for yourself. But I don't know how to tell you. Go wherever you want, and you will find out that that's what I'm saying. That you will see more, and that's all.
Okay. Do you want me to analyze this photo?
No, I don't want. I told you this is mine. It's not only that photo. I had more observation in me. I saw them. I don't need to prove you. My observations. If you want to do yourself your observations, and then make videos about that, and then make like this. For example, you can make a good channel on YouTube.
Done.
And if you make, for example,
you would need the data for this photo, wouldn't you? And he took it when he wasn't a flat earther yet, so he doesn't have data.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just asking whether he wants to, and if he wants to, then he needs to give me where it was taken from. That's it.
Yeah, Yeah, I told you it's a stress, and it's called Orlet's Beach.
Okay. How do you spell that one? Stick that in the chat.
Okay.
Orlek. All right. Orlek Beach. Orlek Glacier. I'm not finding it. Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, there we go. All right. Looking across to.
It's called. I will type you now because Orlet it's a small like maybe village or something. There is a called the beach, and it's called Malibok. I will write you also that.
Oh, I've got Malibok.
That is the name of that beach. What I posted the picture.
Cool. So on Google Earth, I can think I can see that that big rock on the left. I think. Pretty small beach, yeah.
Yeah. It's like let's
50
say
meters, yeah.
30 meters beach, something like that.
Yep.
20
Cool.
meters
All right.
beach. I don't know.
That's fun. That'll give me something to do for a bit next half an hour.
But go to Google Maps. I don't know which island I see because it's across.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
That's somehow impossible to realize. But because there is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands. And all of them, there are a lot of distance between them. It's not like it's not even near 2-3 miles. I think it's more and more. I cannot tell you now. I don't know how much. I never measured.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
I'll figure it out.
Fun. But if you want, also that was for me. Do you know that video? If you type how horizon work, there is a guy explaining how horizon work. And he explicitly saying if you are swimming and if you are in water, 8 inch above water, that you cannot see more than 1 mile. He said he is explaining like that. And I tried that test in last year in Croatia, and I was swimming, and my eyes was like not even 8 inches above water. It was really, and I saw the island, and island was not. The island was more than 1 mile, That's for me.
How high was the island?
How far? Let's say it was 2 or 3 miles,
Yeah. How high was the island?
Something like 20, 30 meters.
Okay. Do you understand that if
it's like a rock, it's not island.
Okay, but the fact that the island has elevation that is higher than sea level means that you could see it.
Yeah, and island has elevation because of.
Because it's a mountain. It's an island. What?
Yeah, if you take if island is long, how we will measure the if island is in long one let's say 50 miles. How we will measure in the middle of the island the elevation?
Yeah, you start from sea level and work your way.
Which sea level? From the top or from the bottom?
mean sea level. So they take the average of the high tide and low tide, and that's their starting point.
You mean sea level all around the island?
No, they usually choose one point.
And what is all around the island?
The ocean.
And what people? Ocean?
Yeah.
And how we call that ocean?
The sea.
Level?
Okay.
Where? Everywhere?
Yeah.
Is it level flat?
No.
Is it white blue?
Is the ocean light blue?
Is it white blue?
White.
Yeah, is it white blue?
White blue colors. Why are we talking about the color of the ocean?
Okay. I'm asking you now. Is it black orange?
No.
Is it level flat?
No.
Is it black orange?
No.
Is it level flat?
No.
Is it black black?
Okay, I'm going to analyze your photo.
Is it black black? Is it black black?
Sasha, we disagree on
you
what
need
the
to
word
say now
level.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to say now yes. Now, the level, I will tell you something from my knowledge. Level never ever in human history was nothing but than flat.
Okay, so you're saying that the definition of a word
Can you tell
defines...
me in human history...
Sasha, I get like five words in and you interrupt.
Can you tell me in human history, in which part of human history level was not flat?
Yeah, again, you're making an argument from definition. Definitions don't dictate reality. Okay? I'm going to analyze your photo. I'll be back.
Definitions don't dictate reality. That means that we don't have nothing to speak. Because how you will analyze something if you don't know what is analyzing? If you are analyzing now my photo, you cannot analyze because you don't know what is analyzing. You understand? If you start with level is not flat, analyzing is not analyzing, you will not analyze now. You will do something what you think that is analyzing, but is not analyzing. On that level, if you want to speak, that level is what? Description of what? Of curve? Then what is description for curve? Is it my English better now?
It's getting better. You did that very well, Sasha.
Because I think still that even in English level is not curved. I learned that.
No, I think if any language where the word level means level, it means actually not curved.
Yeah. And then when you are using that in definition, it's very important not to not say sea level. I need to say. And what that mean? That mean all water around the island, it's leveled.
It also means the water from the shore you're on to a shore on some other place that you just traveled on the boat is also the same level.
Yeah. But because if you are traveling, if it's island long, and if you're traveling on the globe from one point to another B point, there is a curvature. But all that shore, it's leveled and it's near. It's only 100 meters near to shore, you know. It must curve everywhere. Every, you know, east, west, south, north, southeast, 1 degrees left, 7 degrees right, everywhere.
You know, Sasha, is my mic working right now?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's working.
Oh, it is. I can't believe it. This guy's like Roohif that been around this argument for years.
I
I'd like
know
to.
that.
I mean, why do they? They just it never occurs to them that they're always analyzing stuff for fraction and stuff. They can't just go out and get their own observations showing the drop over distance. It never clicks in their head.
Would you like to see my measurements of drop over distance?
No, I've seen your pretend measurements of drop over distance. Never mind
that. Do you know
That's
what
all
I find
in your head, man. It's all in your math. You haven't shown anything in reality. Sorry, I've been a robot. I can't engage here.
They are measurements in reality, Dave.
I find this interesting. For example, now I will go and analyze all this observation, what these flat earthers are making. Look, this is this. I will not do that for myself, okay? And second thing, if I do that for myself, I will be the person who is showing the real drop over distance every time and everywhere. That means I will go here and I will show them the drop over distance, and I will show you this video and this video, and fuck, my name will be even most famous than Red Rhetoric or Professor Dave, because I will be the guy who has the proofs. But I don't have time to do that, and it's there, you know. That's what they are presenting. I need to analyze that things, but I will not do that for myself. This reality, it's definition reality, because if somebody say level, that doesn't mean that it's flat. That means it's something different. We need to go in our philosophy of the definitions, and we will use definitions. We need to use the definitions, but we will not use definitions. We will don't need to use definitions, and go on and on. And nature is there standing, and sea level is there standing and waiting for me to realize: are you really curving or not? Are you really like I'm asking you like an honest human person? If you are curving, why is it so complicated to show other people? Look, it's curving. It's there. It's so easy. No, I will analyze this observation of flatness. Good. And I don't understand why you're doing that. You even go back to your life. Everything it's okay. This is only cult, and people are retarded, and don't watch this movie again. You know, go and back in your real good life with cherries and everything. Why are you spending time with this cult?
It is super weird how people that, you know, are in this arena on these servers that are anti-flat Earth. It's super weird, isn't it? Like, is everybody else on page with me? Like,
it's not enough that they just don't believe or they don't know that flat Earth or whatever. They're adamantly and severely anti it. It's a very, I think we were talking about this last night. It's an interesting phenomenon, like you say. It's not enough for them to just be like, all right, I just disagree with, you know, your beliefs or whatever. No, they have to be anti it, no matter the cost.
Yeah. I will show them.
but here's the thing, Sasha. It doesn't matter. Like, maybe they're useful idiots here and there if you can, you know, go against one of them on the live stream. But for the most part, it's a fruitless endeavor, and you feel drained after talking to them. So,
but for example, in my life, I always was like against religious, how to say, radicals. Who was like, you know, everything, and it always was like in a mind, what the fuck? I don't want to believe what you are believing or whatever, you know. Fuck, I lose the point now.
you're still against religious radicals. It's just we got the religious zealots for the globe now.
Yeah. In that sense, yeah. Like, okay, this is this. Okay, can you show me something that I can change my mind? Not because I want to change my mind, because you will show me something. But fuck, look at this. I never thought about this. Look at this thing. And if I see that thing, I will say, okay, this is very, very important thing, and I miss it. What I'm missing here? Can you tell me?
Sure. My measurements of drop over distance.
Okay.
Your measurements of drop over distance are not actual drop
Where?
over distance.
Your measurements are literally works on paperism. That's all they are.
No,
Where?
I have taken a theodolite out into reality and
We all know, Roohif, what you've done. Hey, we all already know what you've done, which is a bunch of malarkey. Thank you.
Okay. So you don't want drop over distance measurements?
You are not the only person on Earth that has given us drop over distance. Sorry, buddy. Yeah,
Okay,
you just didn't do it with a theodolite. You didn't do it.
And
Sorry.
you didn't calibrate it right. You already said you didn't calibrate it right, so it doesn't work.
I know how very sensitive. I know how very sensitive theodolites are. They're super sensitive, and they're not used at a long range scale. They're used for construction. Okay, whatever, Roohif. You can just say nuh-uh anyways. It's fine.
Or I can show you people using them over long distance professionally.
You can legalese it out of your vernacular, okay?
Not using it for the distance, you are using it, Roohif, as well as not using it. No.
Would you like me to show you professionals using them over long distances?
You've posted. You keep looping back to the same shit.
I mean, yeah, he's looping back.
He picks a new person to talk to and debate, and then he picks a point that they don't know or that they haven't talked about with him, and he'll try and use it.
And you keep saying wrong stuff. You keep saying that these things are not used over long distances. They are.
I mean, are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
No.
All right, cool. So Roohif, so what you're gonna show us is that professionals. You're going to show us the evidence that professionals with the theodolite have shown us the curvature of the Earth.
I'm going to show you professionals using theodolites over long distances. That was the claim, that they're not used over these long distances.
Hold the phone. Show us, were these professionals considering curvature of the Earth when they use the theodolites?
Yes, please, like with accolades.
Yes. They did measure it. They measured spherical excess, yes.
All right, so their intention for a certain distance was to include spherical excess in their measurements. So show us that. Show us that.
Okay. Do I have image posting permissions?
As far as I know, I think.
You've been here how long and you can't check your own name?
I don't have image posting permissions.
I'll give it to you.
Go.
I'll give it to you temporarily. I'll give it to him temporarily if you guys don't object.
Why we don't make some kind of announcement, like if he has a...
This won't help anybody if we just freaking yell over him all the time.
Yeah, but the people that he's appealing to are not out there in the field looking for drop over distance. And because it's ridiculous to use it with a theodolite. That nobody uses that for that reason. You're using,
except for him.
I know.
That's fine. Yeah, so I mean, he's gonna make a fool of himself right now. He's asking for image perms, make a fool of himself, and that's okay. I just posted an image that shows right triangles, and he doesn't have anything to say about that. So let's see if he has anything to say or post that contradicts what I just posted.
So remember, there are two issues here. One, whether they measured spherical excess, and two, whether they used theodolites over long distances.
So describe the first example. I'm still working on getting your roles here. I'm going to give you a
image embed perms.
Image, yeah. Don't worry about it. I got this. Explain to us how we're wrong. Keep going.
You posted a picture of celestial navigation, right? which is a
Well,
completely different.
I don't want to
posted
hear about how you've done
I
crap from your
I
house without
posted
knowing
an
what you're
image of
talking about.
triangles, triangulation. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, I mean, man, I think triangulation is involved with the theodolite as well. So go ahead and tell us, Roohif.
Yeah, so I posted measurements during a triangulation survey where they measured spherical excess and
From the
they
ground?
did shots over long distances. Yep.
On the ground?
Yes.
It looks like it's from overhead.
No, that's just a screenshot from Google Earth.
What?
That's what you get.
They went to these locations, measured angles to the other two locations, and those
do
angles.
you have images from the actual locations?
No, they did thousands
of course
these.
you don't.
So I have to have photos. I have to have photos from 100 years ago from these triangles.
You know how many?
I bet you any goddamn money that same land looked exactly the same, as flat as it was back then.
Okay, if it's flat, why did they measure 45 seconds of spherical excess?
What spheres? Where does this idea of spherical excess? Where does that come from?
It's
It's
underground.
I want to hear it from him.
It's
Right.
underground.
It's not underground.
Oh,
it's
I
what
wanna hear it.
happens. It's what happens when you have 3 points on the surface of a sphere. Your triangles add up to more than 180.
Roohif,
Really?
put 45 arc seconds
Right.
into degrees. Put it into degrees.
This image
Hey.
that you showed us, Ruhif,
Hang on.
is proof
listen,
that there's
listen this secret.
Yeah,
Jesus
0.01.
Christ! Can I say anything?
Hang on one sec.
I gave
Put
him
it
image
into
first.
degrees,
He posted
Roohif.
it. He
Yeah.
said that's proof of spherical excess.
Yeah,
I mean,
bullshit, but-
triangular.
anyway.
Yeah, I know it's bullshit. Everybody else does too. So anyway,
So 100 years ago, they measured how much of an angle difference, Roohif?
45 arc seconds in a triangle.
Yeah, put it into degrees.
Yep, 0.0125.
he said that's
Fuck
from
off, man.
Google
You're
Earth.
a fucking moron.
You know.
So from 180 degrees, you got 0.01 degrees difference in a triangle.
Yes. Do you
Yeah,
not
that's
understand
moronic, mate. That's fucking
Yeah,
moronic.
Let me ask you this, Ruhif. Did you create that?
I needed a good laugh. Thank you.
Yeah,
we
who
have this-
created that image? I'm curious who created that image because
Me.
I don't think you did. You did.
Yes.
From
And what
Google
is
Earth?
ABC? What is ABC?
Hang on. Wait,
What is-
Timbo, we had this
what is-
conversation the other
what
day,
is-
didn't we?
What is ABC?
Just hold on, Sasha. We've got several
but
points
what
to
is-
hit.
What
Several
is
points to
ABC?
hit.
What is
Hang on.
ABC?
Just wait, Sasha.
You guys
wait.
let Sasha-
It's simple.
All right.
Say it.
No. You got let Sasha talk and
Yeah, I
Roohif,
can't really
just
talk at
let
the
him
moment,
talk.
but I just wanted to point
go
out
ahead.
that 0.01 degrees over 300 degrees, over 180 degrees, 100 years ago is actually less than what the error would be. So
That's just
good on
incorrect,
you, mate.
Timbo.
Well done.
You said you were a
Good-
builder.
good for proving.
He's
So,
going to
okay,
say
so what are
incorrect
they measuring?
every time you say anything.
They're measuring triangles. They're measuring triangles a line of sight. Yeah.
Yep.
So you get a triangle which is 180 degrees at line of sight, and then they put it onto a geoid, and you get
No.
your spherical excess. It's a maths equation. It's
No,
not
it's
reality.
not, Timbo. These are
How
measurements.
can you have a
They're not-
triangle? How can you have a triangle that's over 180 degrees when you got line of sight?
Because we're on a sphere.
That's moronic, mate.
Oh,
Because
Timbo.
we're on a sphere. Where's the evidence that we're on a sphere?
This is evidence.
Oh, really?
What is ABC?
First one. Just hold on. Now, first point we've got to hit with Timbo, right? I asked him the other day to go on and research how accurate theodolites are, right?
Fucking guy.
And it's in the order of a couple of arc seconds. My theodolite is a 2 arc second theodolite, right? This measured 45 arc seconds of excess. Also, back in these times when they were doing these really accurate triangulation surveys, they used massive theodolites, massive discs, right? And had telescopes mounted on them. Their accuracy was around about an arc second. Okay, so hopefully that puts to bed Timbo, the builder's objections. These things are very accurate. particularly with a huge disk like they used in these surveys. All right, next question.
Where's the refraction in that model?
They don't need refraction for horizontal
What is A,
angles.
B,
So you don't
C?
need refraction there, but you need refraction elsewhere.
They're not measuring vertical angles, they're measuring horizontal angles.
But you were saying that the black swan is refracting, so they're not measuring vertical angles either.
That's right. These surveys are measuring horizontal angles.
It just shows that you're full of shit.
Do you know the difference between a vertical angle and a horizontal angle? Obviously not. Okay.
What?
Anyway, Sasha, A, B, and C are the three angles of the triangle.
Okay, but what is that in reality, A, B, and C?
So they go to the mountain at point A. They measure the angle.
What is the height of the mountain A?
Right, you can Google that. I'm just telling you what A, B, and C are.
How they get the height of the mountain?
Yeah, differential leveling.
How they get the height of the mountain?
Differential leveling.
How they get the height of the mountain?
Do I need to repeat it again, Sasha?
What is the height of the mountain? Okay, what is the height of the mountain?
You can Google it. What is it?
Tell me whatever number you want. I will agree with that.
2,000 meters.
2,000 meters. What that mean?
I don't know. It's a number I pulled out of my ass, right? You can Google the correct number.
Okay, but what that mean, 2,000 meters?
2,000 meters above sea level.
I cannot see the sea there.
Right.
Yeah, right. That means the base is zero.
If you were to drill down however many thousand meters, you would get to 0 meters above sea level.
What is the base for mountain B?
What do you mean the base? They're measured relative to sea level. What do you mean the base?
What is the height of the mountain B? Tell me
whatever
another
it is. 3,000 meters, whatever.
3,000 meters. Okay, what that mean? About
3,000 meters above sea level.
Which sea level? From the left or from the right or from the top or from the down?
I think their datum was over on the East Coast.
East Coast. Look at the sea.
Right.
It's also mountain C. It's also from the East Coast, like A and B.
Were they given their elevations from the same datum? Yes.
Yes, that means that they took the elevation from the East Coast. That means from the right side, A, B, and C. But C is far away from the A and B. That means it must curve there, but there are sea level between them. And sea level is also in the middle of that triangle.
Yes.
That means it's level there. That means there is flat surface and elevation about the sea level.
You keep just saying that the word level means flat.
I'm just saying that what is written in every book in human history.
Well, look up a surveying book and ask what a level is.
I'm saying that what kids are learning in schools tomorrow, not tomorrow because it's Sunday, Monday, they will learn that level is flat. I'm so sure that I can put my life on that.
Okay, you're putting your life on the definition of a word. I think that's a bit silly.
Can you put your life that the children learning in school that level is curved?
I think they learn that the Earth's a globe. I don't think
Can you put your life you said that level is. I'm not saying about Earth. I'm saying about level only. Can you put your life that kids in school learning that level is curved?
I don't know. It's not. I don't quibble over definitions.
Why you cannot put your life? Because you're so sure. I can put my life in that.
Don't put my life on the quibbling over definitions of words. Then definitions don't.
But listen, these kids in every country, in every education, doesn't learn that level.
Yeah.
You don't care.
I don't care over the definition of a word.
What?
Then why have you bastardized it?
Did you say word? What that mean, word?
Word. It's a sound that our mouths make.
Did you say triangulation? What triangulation? What ABC?
As long as you and I.
Man, but what ABC? What you? Okay. What mean you? What mean I?
Okay, Sasha, you keep asking question after question after question after question, and I start talking, and then you ask another question.
Do you understand? If you say that level is not flat, I can say you are not speaking now.
Well, how about look up the definition of a level line in any surveying manual?
Man, can you find definition where is not new definition in Wikipedia what you wrote today or yesterday? It's any book, scientific or whatever engineering book where it's saying that level is not flat. Can you show me?
Any surveying manual will define a level line.
Can you show me one sentence where it's saying that level is not flat?
Yes, in any surveying manual.
Can you show me that?
Yeah, I'm Googling for you right now. I expect you can Google it.
Okay.
I'll post a picture of Google Images just for you. Level line surveying.
No, I want to that sentence. Level is not flat. Level is something different.
There you go. I've Googled level line surveying and stuck a picture in the chat.
Man, you put me graphics. I want like this, John Smith, physics. I don't know who.
Sasha, do I have to click on these? Do I have to click on these images?
Man.
Or can you do that? Are you capable of doing that? Are you capable of clicking on those images and reading
level surface, level line, horizontal in leveling, and their uses surveying, horizontal line, level line, okay, level line and line of sight, horizontal, level, vertical. What are you saying? I'm reading everything what is written. What are you saying? Am I stupid?
Okay. The level line makes right angles to the vertical line or plumb line at any point. It means the any point on the level line is equidistant from the center of Earth. Even though it is a curved surface, it is considered a plane surface.
Center of the Earth you cannot use because you don't have a center of the Earth.
Well, I'm telling you, this surveying site is telling you that a level line is curved.
Man, how you can say center of the Earth because you don't have a center of the Earth?
You can deny it. That's fine. But this surveying site...
Okay, let's not deny it. Let's prove the center of the Earth. Let's not deny it.
The point in question, Sasha...
No. Wait. Just wait, man. Calm down. I'm human. You said if you want to deny it. I don't want to deny it. Let's prove it. Okay, center of the Earth.
Okay, the point in question here, Sasha, is whether surveyors consider a level... Sasha, you keep interrupting. Stop interrupting. Okay? The point in question here is whether in surveying a level line is curved. I have shown you that it is. The end.
That wasn't the point. That was your point. Sasha asked for a definition of level meaning curved. Not in a surveying book. We know that in a surveying book, they wrap it around a geoid. So, of course, level is going to be curved in a surveying book.
Okay, so we agree.
Sasha
level means curved in surveying.
Someone who's wrote a definition that says that level is not straight line, horizontal, that level is curved.
In surveying, level is curved.
It doesn't matter about surveying because we know they get triangulation and wrap it around a geoid. That's what they do in surveying. So, of course, their level is going to be curved. So where has level been described as curved apart from in the place where they presume a globe? Please present that.
Yeah, so apart from the context, we're actually... Shut up, Sasha. Apart from the context, we're actually talking
now
about...
you will shut up, man. Now you will shut up because it's not...
Catch you later.
Because you've got red.
Bye.
You got nothing.
Timbo.
You got nothing.
Timbo, what's the accuracy of an order level, Timbo?
I don't speak with you. I'm speaking with Timbo now. Timbo, he posted these pictures and I'm asking him where is written that level, it's whatever it is, but only that is not flat. There is not such thing, it's written there. He posted me and said, make conclusion. No, I want written fact. Level is curved or whatever you want here because it's curved.
Yeah.
It's not
flat. Yeah, that's right.
He posted me with pictures with written everything, horizontal line of sight, vertical. Yeah, man, I know that. What the fuck?
Line of sight is a straight line, not curved.
Fine. But do you understand where the spherical excess comes from?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do. They take triangulation, they get 180 degrees from point to point, line of sight, and then they wrap it around a geoid.
No, they don't.
And then
These
they
are
get
raw
spherical
measurements.
excess. It's the only way to get spherical excess because we live on a flat surface. Unless you can prove that we live on a globe, then we can do spherical excess on a globe. Have you got proof of that?
These measurements
They
are not manipulated.
They are measurements. They are not proof of a globe.
They are measurements,
They're
and they add up
measurements
to
with
more than
errors.
180.
Where's your error bars?
Right. Again, I ask you, what's the accuracy of a theodolite?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
I spoke to the surveyor during the week. He said no more than 3,500 meters will I use a theodolite. No more.
And I've shown you professional surveys.
I told him that you used a theodolite to take a picture 32 kilometers away, and he said, what? He said the line in the theodolite screen won't even pick up the accuracy of the top of the mountain.
Yes, it will.
Because of the error. The line is too thick to pick the top of the mountain. You go up or click it up or down in the arc seconds and you're off. He said you cannot do it. It's impossible.
Okay, so
jam it. That's from a fucking professional surveyor. All right?
I've shown you professional surveyors.
500 meters, that's all I'll do. He said, but preferably I'll do 500 and then I'll move the station and do another 500 because then the accuracy is great. He said I might be off by a couple of mil here and there, but he said 32 kilometers is fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so he's in disagreement.
He's a glober. He's a glober, mate. Well, what are you going to argue with? Well, what have you got to argue with that?
Okay, I've posted in the chat the professional surveys that measure the United States doing much longer shots. What does your surveyor say to him?
Yours? With a theodolite like yours?
With a massive theodolite.
The one that you hired in your video, and then you increase the radius of the Earth so you could get more of a dip angle, and then you measured 32 kilometers across the horizon, which you can't do, and then your line's out, so you're back within error. You're a fucking retard.
You keep saying wrong things.
I'm not saying wrong things. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Okay, what is the accuracy?
Is your theodolite made to measure Earth curvature? Yes or no?
It can, yes.
No, it's not.
It can.
What is a theodolite made for? It's to measure line of sight, triangulation, angles from level to vertical, correct?
Give me 1 second.
I've got to go, guys, anyway, but that was fun. He's full of shit, man. You can't do it. What he's presented in his video, you know what he did? Just be quiet for a second. You know what he did? He increased the radius of the globe.
Take my hair.
7/6R and gave it a bigger radius so there was more drop. So he could
less
count
drop.
More drop. You're working
less drop.
Mate. Not less drop.
Timbo.
It's not less drop.
Jesus, you keep saying wrong things. Let's stick to one thing and bring it to a conclusion.
You increase the radius and then you take it back to the globe, which because you increase the radius, there's more drop.
There's less drop.
Are you fucking retarded? Are you retarded?
Less drop.
More drop because you've increased it.
Yes.
So when you
increase the radius, gives you less drop.
When you pick up your angle, you've got more drop because you increase the radius.
Let's say I increase the radius to like a trillion kilometers, right?
Yeah,
that's
increase it to flat. Increase it to flat.
That's effectively a flat plane. Did I increase the drop or decrease the drop?
Your difference. So your angle measurement was 68 meters difference, right? So you've increased it, which increases which makes the drop more, and then you've got a theodolite with a thicker line picking up the top of a mountain, which you've got more error, and it's only 68 meters. You're not measuring anything.
All right, see, check
Let's
this
hit
out.
one point at a
let's
time.
go. Let's go one point at a time. What
Yeah,
is the
I've got to get
purpose?
back to the
Hold
kids,
on.
mate. So,
I got you, brother.
I'm listening.
What is the purpose of a theodolite?
To measure angles.
You know, when measure the angles. It's not to measure the curvature of the Earth. Nobody's trying to find the curvature of Earth with theodolite.
It can be.
Really? How?
Yes. Well, you can measure spherical excess.
Why would you use theodolite to try to find the curvature of the Earth? It's not what the instrument is intended for.
It's intended to measure angles. Right? I can, for whatever purpose.
when you set the theodolite, you're trying to find a level over a certain distance. I mean, it's not intended to measure curvature of the Earth or anything like that. It's trying to, when people survey, a certain area, when they have surveyors, they level out a certain, when they're about to build a building, doesn't matter if it's 1,000 feet long or 1,000 kilometers long or whatever. They're not looking for the curvature of the Earth. They're looking to make the plant or building, whatever, level.
Sure. Now,
they're not looking for the curvature. Like, all right, check this out. If you walked up, at the beginning of a project, and you walked up to the surveyors and said, so what are you looking for the curvature so we can, we have 1,000-meter long building we're gonna make. And if you asked the surveyor, are you looking for the curvature of the Earth? They would say, fuck no.
Right.
You know why?
Your point is what?
All right, so if we're 1,000 meters, they're not looking for the curvature. What if they went to the end of the 1,000 meters and looked again? They're looking for another curvature of the Earth? Fuck no.
Because they didn't realize, like random people like you,
this asshole thinks that theodolites prove the curvature.
Yeah,
which is stupid.
If they realize that, they will be more clever. Because if they realize that instrument can be used for measuring curvature also, they will get even measuring better,
Dude, even 1,000 meters, I mean, you have to have a badass theodolite to measure 1,000 meters. But for the most part, when they use theodolites, is a lot less than that. So, I'm not measuring the curvature of the Earth with theodolites. Nobody does that.
Did you think about writing a book?
About what?
About
how they use theodolites to measure the curvature of the Earth.
Man. About theodolite, man. What are you saying?
Well, I mean, he's not the only one that's come with this bullshit at us,
Yeah, write a book, man. You are fucking... Everyone will buy and you are fucking rich.
Okay, so, question.
No?
Are there professional surveyors that measure long distances with theodolites?
What length?
192
Give us
kilometers.
Details. But no, there is no theodolite in existence that can actually measure that far. No, of course not.
So I've posted in the chat at 24
You're out
minutes
of your
past.
mind if you think an instrument that such as a theodolite can measure that far. That's impossible.
Okay, you can deny the mapping of the United States. Done.
Wait. You said one instrument can measure 192 kilometers.
Yep.
By looking through a theodolite. Is that what your claim is?
That is the claim, yes.
Okay, show me the instrument. I gave you image perms. Oh, post it. Show me one. Show me that circumstance. Show me the instance where they measured with a theodolite 192 kilometers. Show it to me.
Yep. 1 sec. Here's one.
Show it fucking to me. Show it to me.
It's in the chat.
Yeah. So, that's a sure. What? Explain that theodolite me?
It's a theodolite. It's got a disc with gradations on it and a telescope. It's a theodolite.
That doesn't look a modern theodolite. I mean,
this is back in when was this one done? 1914.
Right, so in 1914 they had better theodolites than they have now. Is that your point?
The theodolites they built back then had massive.
In 1914,
I am responding to your question, Helio. I'm responding to your question, Helio. I'm responding to your question.
You better make it nice.
Okay, so don't interrupt.
Technology, come on.
Okay, back in these days, they. Oh, Sasha, Jesus Christ, seriously, dude. I'm responding to a question. Are you ready? In these big surveys, they made very big discs for these theodolites and telescopes, right, that had bigger resolving power or better magnification than the theodolites we have today. They just made things bigger because they wanted it to be super accurate. My theodolite, if it had this disc on it, would be too heavy to carry around.
You lost that technology.
We
haven't lost the technology. We haven't lost the technology.
No, it wasn't a theodolite. They had telescopes attached.
We cannot build anymore. We cannot make any more that theodolite like you posted.
Yes, you can. You can. You can't. You need two guys to carry it.
You realize if you have
but why somebody who has the money and why is they're not making that kind of theodolite?
I'm just wondering. That's not even a theodolite. It's not even comparable to a modern theodolite. No, it's not a fucking theodolite, bro.
Why we are not using that one?
Telescope? It's not the same thing. If you attach a telescope to it, you're just zooming in on something that's already there. You're not looking over the curvature of the Earth. What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, you said that's not a theodolite. How is that not a theodolite?
Roohif, do you have? I have also one. If you know another machine for which one it measures the pressure in vacuum of space. I want to know. And you know that 10 to minus 70 torr. That would be interesting also to know which machine measures that. But that's not the point of this. I don't want to change.
Imagine, Sasha, if we had like some people that use theodolites every day. If we had them in the room right now, they would totally take the piss out of this asshole.
Not only that. You know how many books will be written about theodolites and proving the Earth curvature? Millions.
See the caption on that image says 12-inch theodolite. So that disc that it's attached to is 12 inches in diameter.
From over 100 years ago. Oh, is that your best evidence?
It's a massive theodolite. It took two guys to carry it.
Then fuck you.
You've got nothing, Helio.
Fuck you 100 years.
I told you, write a book. It's your point. It's your moment, man. You are.
I don't need to. The books have already been written, Sasha.
No, it is not, because there is no book written that proves the curvature of the Earth. If it will be millions of them. You are the guy, man. It's your moment.
He's not embarrassed about this nonsense.
Because if you do
these
that,
books measure spherical excess.
Even I will be on your part, because finally somebody will prove you are fucking Einstein of our time, and nobody can. I can believe you, but you need to do it, man, like Einstein did it. Come on.
Okay, the books have already been written, Sasha. This is one of them showing spherical excess.
Okay, who is the name of the guy?
The link is in my link is in my.
Guy, John Smith, 1987, theodolite, proving the Earth curvature, and that's good.
Okay, so 24 minutes past. The link is at the bottom of my image at 24 minutes past. You can read who wrote it. You can go nuts.
I don't see anything.
All right, so someone wrote in the chat. It was the blind spot, 192 kilometers, 180 miles. What would be the predicted Earth curvature at that distance? A lot, I guess. How do you measure the point that far away? They set up what's called, I think they're called Bilby towers. They're basically big towers that have an inside part and an outside part. They set up the theodolite on the inside part, and then they stand on the outside part so that any vibrations that were walking around doesn't move the theodolite at all. And they set 3 of these up, obviously, and they do most of their observations at night. And they have these big lights above their tower, so they can see all the other towers.
And they did that all because of purpose to prove the curvature of the Earth. You're saying
they were mapping the United States. That was their purpose.
They were mapping the United States, and when they were mapping, they were all the time counting on the curvature.
They measured spherical excess, which they obviously expected because the Earth's a globe. They weren't out to prove the curvature. Like they knew it was a globe. Like, what was the? Do you think people proving thousands of years ago?
All right, so check this out. Hold on. Every time anytime anyone uses any instrument, we should always assume the Earth is a globe first, and whatever results we get, we should go ahead and just add spherical excess.
They don't add it, Helio. They don't add it.
You better answer the fucking question I asked.
Jesus.
Yes, we should put spherical excess into the math.
They don't add spherical excess. It is measured.
Right, so it's not assumed.
Right. Spherical excess is not assumed. It's measured. You can still make a prediction.
So it's measured before they assume it or after?
Sorry, say that again.
And when they get these measurements, they say, "Oh, are they off?" You know, it's like, "Hey, I'm using a theodolite in this distance. It doesn't match up with the level stationary plane, so it must be spherical excess based on the 3959 radius of Earth." And they just go ahead and throw that in there.
When you say throw it in there, what do you mean?
What the? Know what the fuck I mean?
Okay, do you mean they add it in? Well, I've said several times now they don't.
Of course
add it
they
in.
do. Of course they do.
No, they don't.
But Roohif, if that day happened, the same refraction.
Right, so it's not 3959. What? If they notice a noticeable drop, so it's drop value.
They're not
we don't know. All right, let's assume they don't know historicity of Earth, right? They don't know the number, so they can calculate it based on their observations. It's going to come up to the same thing that Eratosthenes came up with, right?
Yep, they can calculate it. Yes, but
what?
But Helio, but they measure it. They can do both.
Measure what? They measure what? They have a theodolite that can measure 192 kilometers. You're fucking out of your mind. Nobody has a theodolite. I mean, theodolites don't have power. They don't. I mean, even with your stupid 1913 theodolite, which has a telescope attached, if you just level that with the ground, you can zoom in as far as you can fucking see, just like we do with the P900, zooming across the ocean and pull the boats that supposedly were hidden by the curvature, and then we see the entire boat again. That's not proof of anything. It proves that the Earth is not this stupid globe that they tell us it is. I don't know what the Earth is, but it's definitely not this third rock from the sun spinning around in the third rock from the sun in the Milky Way galaxy, and it's just, if it doesn't seem silly to you by now, after we've been through this over and over, Roohif, and you're still just like buying into this. It's like, oh, we have instruments that have shown us that. That's generic. I mean, that's generic now to me. It's weird.
Helio, can I answer that question? If I don't say anything, then I will not have this my personality, and then how I will continue.
Yeah, me too.
And if I have no this personality, then I will not come anymore, and that means how.
Oh, sure. I mean, and that could be the same for Roohif. I mean, cool. I'm not.
But Helio, if I don't have this personality, how I will continue with my life?
He could actually take a look at what we're saying. He could actually, be honest with himself and with all of us. So, you know what? You guys make a really good point. The Earth is obviously not what they told us it is. And come to our side, Roohif, and be like, hey, I see what you're saying. This is I don't have to argue with you guys all the time and protect a bunch of bullshit lies. You can fucking come over to this side and be like, I understand both sides just like we do, because I already know what you're going to say before you say it, Roohif. So it's not like you're going to show me anything new. So once we show you exactly how you're wrong, you can actually change your mind. It's something you can do, Roohif. It's not a big deal. You have to do that for yourself. It's not nobody here is trying to convince you of anything. You can keep, just coming in with the same bullshit nonsense that you've been doing for 5 years now. Nobody gives a shit about that.
I told him I have a proof for myself. If he has not, that's what he has proof for himself. It's curving and it's all right. Curving, man.
Yeah, if he's convinced of that, maybe, and nobody here is trying to convince anybody, right, Sasha? Nobody. We invite people here to because people are curious about what we're talking about. We tell them what we mean. That's up to them. After they hear what we're talking about, it's up to them to make their own mind.
Listen, this Helio, it was like a joke, like a sarcasm, like a write a book. But now I can say seriously also. Man, really write a book. Not if you think that you have some better knowledge than people who are mainstream shits. Okay, because maybe you have something, but
Yeah, Sasha. Yeah, exactly, Sasha. The theodolite stuff. Roohif's making shit up about the theodolite that the experts didn't even say. It's like he's making his own theodolite expertism. He's just making shit up that the experts don't even say.
Yeah, we have that people.
He's not the only one. There's other people that are opposing us. On this theodolite thing. They make shit up just like Roohif does, and I think they're all like, maybe they get in a group and it's like, all right, next time the theodolite comes up, we're gonna say this and say that.
Do you know how I look into that theodolite? And then, for example, I'm Sasha Theodolite. Theodolite, fuck, it's fear. Theodolite, and it's done. For example, and for me, it's not like for me. It's Sasha sea level.
Motherfucker. Oh, hold on. When he said you can use a theodolite to measure 129 kilometers, we know that's bullshit. Everybody in their right mind knows that you can't use a theodolite to measure that far. It's impossible.
If you asked, do you want me to come over to your side, right? How about come over to my side where you don't have to deny all the evidence?
No. I know you're not going to, Roohif. I'm just telling you what you said when you said you can measure 129 kilometers with a theodolite. That's impossible with a theodolite.
Okay. Dude, what's the world record for a mirror flash?
It's better like this, It doesn't matter.
You see what he just said? You see what he just did?
Helio, give me just a second. It's not matter this like you or me. Let's say third person. Third person will listen this. Okay, he's saying theodolite. Okay, sphere. Sasha is saying sea level. Sasha is saying sea level flat. Okay, that's all. And then it's a person, he will say, I don't want you on my side. It's not my side. It's a water side. I'm not a side. Don't be on my side. Be on water side. And you say, okay, theodolite. Okay, theodolite again. That's all right. Theodolite sphere. Cool.
I don't mind talking about
there was a mirror flash. There was a 300-kilometer mirror flash. Do you accept that?
Okay. All right. Where was it observed from?
One of these mountains, actually, Mount Uncompahgre.
In Australia?
No, in the one that I posted at 24 minutes past, one of these mountains is one of the mountains that was a military test of a heliograph.
A mirror. You said green flash or mirror flash? Right?
Mirror flash.
Mirror flash across. Are you talking about across a lake?
No, from Mount Uncompahgre to Mount Ellen in Utah, 300 kilometers.
Yeah, what with that?
Okay, well, yeah, I was thinking about the green flash that happens over the Gulf. Never mind, I was confusing. Have you ever heard about that one, where you can see the green flash when the sun sets? The Gulf of Mexico. It's like a flash of green when the sun hits the horizon. I'd love to see that. I haven't seen it, but seen videos of it. It's pretty cool. Oh, tell me about this mirror flash. And I've seen some mirror flash tests, from shore to shore across like 20, 30 miles across a lake. You're claiming that 20 or 30 miles is that refracted light. They're not actually seeing it directly. It's reflected light because that lake is actually, there's a hump of water between two people that are directly on the beach. Is that what you're saying? Is that a possibility? Or maybe it could be 40. I mean, mirror flash tests over a certain distance, it might not be possible because of the diminutive value of the reflection. Because they're just too far away, too small to see. Maybe I'm talking about something else. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're talking about?
Talking to T-Dub in the chat.
Mirror flash. Where?
I don't know wiki page. Hold on.
I think you could probably get a decent mirror flash test shore to shore, about 20 miles or maybe 30. 30 at the most, but I don't think you'd do any more.
These guys claim 180 miles, 183 miles, 295 kilometers.
Okay. Just depends on what they're trying to do.
But they can see it from 300 kilometers.
So what year was that done?
I don't know. Look it up.
Wikipedia. We got heliograph. Solar telegraph. Signals flashes of sunlight during using Morse code, reflected by a meter. These flashes were produced by momentarily pivoting the mirror by interrupting the beam, blah, blah, blah. Now, where was the, wondering, you said it was, for a certain distance, they were on one side of a certain lake, and they bouncing off of the ionosphere, or what? I'm looking at the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, I'll put a better link for the Wikipedia so you can just scroll down to the highlighted part.
Why don't you give us a synopsis? Go ahead, since you're so fucking smart.
You want me to just read it? The world record.
No, I want you to give us a synopsis. Tell us what we're supposed to be looking at.
The world record distance was 300 kilometers in 1894 between those two mountains.
Mountains, but not across a lake. Between two mountains.
You're not going to get 300 kilometers across a lake.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to get fucking 192 kilometers with a theodolite across land either.
But you can see a mirror
being an
300
asshole.
kilometers away. Can you see a mirror 300 k's away?
Yes.
Okay, so why can't I see a a light.
Has nothing to do with curvature of the Earth. Why are you so obsessed with this bullshit curve when all the men that are here on Earth doing tests and functions like this, what does that have to do with curve of Earth?
We're talking about the distance. The point in question is the distance. We can see a mirror flash 295 kilometers.
If you don't see why that matters, you're never going to get it.
I'm not going to get it then. Sorry.
I guess you won't. Yeah. You think in your mind that this mirror flash proves the Earth is a globe.
The point in question is whether you can see a light.
No. In your mind, I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. They were on, certain parts of a mountain and they could see each other. That means curvature of Earth, the way it's prescribed by the astrophysicist, 3959, third rock from the sun, freaking 93 million miles away, freaking the moon, 238,000. Come on, bro. I mean, do you buy into that shit altogether?
The point in question, something through a theodolite.
The point in question is, do you actually believe that's true?
All right, I'm out. Thanks,
and you support it. And you support it with this nonsense. Does that prove that what they say about the Earth in the solar system, in a globe, support it in part of the Milky Way galaxy? Does what you're saying support that? Yes or no? You believe it?
Who is he?
No, I mean, it's just like, I can fucking spend 3 hours just whining about, here's a mirror flash test. Oh, here's one from the flat earthers. We did it from bank to bank, and it's a mirror flash test. It's like this nigga won't even fucking acknowledge that he believes that the Earth is the third rock from the sun in the solar system, size that they say it is, distance they say it is, gravity's fucking causing all that shit. He won't even say it. He's so reluctant to admit it. It's just like, you know what? Fuck off, bro. You don't have anything to offer to the conversation.
Tags! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.